Listen to me carefully. The reason why I have to be so assertive is because I have this teenage mentality. Listen carefully.
Okay. Right. Obviously, most of us are subscribed to Tom Rabbit's channel, and I've got the ticker notification. And a few hours ago, I received a new video warning or notification. So I watched it, right? And it is titled Impromptu Christians Debate, Darth Dawkins versus Steve Appell. Sorry, got my camera in front of me and it's blocking partially my monitor, but who cares, right? So the reason I'm doing this video, and it's funny enough also impromptu because I tried to put a couple of things together, is because of the utterly dishonesty of two fucking moderators, or shall we say Christian moderators, and obviously the arsehole Darth Dawkins, right? He's just like a fucking train wreck. Okay, so these two minions, so-called moderators, in a nutshell, I'm trying to depict it, and then I'll go into details later because I'm going to show the fucking video, right? And I'm going to show you another surprise, right? Is that one of the moderators, I don't know him, but the other one I do, right? And I've been tracking this idiot, right? And he's an extremely ass licker to Darth Dawkins, right? I mean, he's freaking... Anyway, whatever. So, this is going to be a video of the actual so-called fucking debate. And also, I was looking at my Clubhouse PC application, right? And I've noticed that Enlighten, this second minion, so-called moderator or fair moderator, has sent me a text, a back channel text that I will fucking show you, because I told him I'm honest and I tell people to the face what I feel, right? And if you got the fucking balls, either write to me on the back channel, or better still, write to me on this video. If you got what you have said, cojones, which I think you haven't, you got fucking pellets, right? So this guy's got the audacity to invite me. Well, it doesn't matter, fuck it. You guys gonna see it in a minute, okay? So let me jump to my main scene. There you are. Right, so we're gonna watch the Clubhouse message that this idiot sent me. I'm talking about Enlighten. Right, so there you are. Right, so this guy says to me, "Hey, I have seen your videos on Daft and me," like if it was fucking important. It's just fucking another minion. But anyway, right, "I would like to offer you a fair," remember the fucking word fair, "debate. I will be the moderator." Remember that. I will be the moderator, right? A moderator give you a fair shot, right? And you are more than welcome to talk. Okay, let's see my fucking response, because I'm writing after the fact that I've seen the video, right? So, a fair debate. I have also seen your behavior, you behave unchristian-like, especially on the J-Mac issue, which funny enough he records on this new video, right? You have double standards. I can be very kind to people, which is true, right? But I have zero respect for assholes like you. Assholes, ass lickers like you, which is also true. I got no sympathy, right, for them. You have no moral compass, which is also fucking true. He's all over the fucking place he's all about, this Enlighten is all about pleasing Darth Dawkins. That's it. everything that he does in the social media platform is about to satisfy his big daddy Darth Dawkins, right? So yeah, as you have got no moral compass and you are driven by that STD, which is true as well because the wife says so. Born again loser, also true, right? Because he lives in his mother's basement. And Gary Mill, that's his actually true name, right? So I said to him, go and tell your daddy what I have said because he's fucking definitely gonna do that. And also, you gave me more to say about you from that disgrace last moderation, which is what I'm going to show you. You are a joke. It is fucking a joke. And this is the YouTube link of the said video that we're going to watch now, right? And also, for lack of transparency, I will show this text on my video, which I have. Excuse me. So I'm going to close this, and again, without further ado, let's watch Tom Rabbit's video.
Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
Thank you, Tom Rabbit.
So do you think he'll show up, or what are your thoughts?
No, I don't. I think he's a gutless coward.
Right. Just stop it here for a second, right? From the get-go, the scumbag Darth Dawkins saying that this guy Steve is a coward. Okay, and we have to put attention to that coward because Steve is going to put a couple of parameters forward at the beginning of the so-called fucking debate, whereby he said he gives an introduction to himself and he expects a reciprocal action from Darth Dawkins. So let's see what happened.
Hi, that's fair. I guess what does he do? Does he like just run around debating atheism, or what's his?
He's an arrogant atheist who couldn't. He has a 15-year-old mentality.
15-year-old mentality. Well, guess what? You guys have to check what Darth Dawkins have said in the past about him having a teenage mentality. So he's full of double standards as well, in my opinion. And from the horse's mouth.
Defending atheism.
So he said that you were scared and challenged you.
You see, this is Enlighten talking, opening his mouth, being a moderator.
Yeah, yes. So I just sent him a link. Theo, send him.
Yeah, he bounced out. Hey, welcome everybody. Currently we're trying to set up a debate between...
That's Theo speaking, this guy. Yeah. Theo.
Darth and another individual, but we'll see if...
So it looks like big boy Steve isn't showing up. Yeah, there's nothing so nauseating than a coward clown that pretends he's a prize fighter.
Right. He's a clown coward. So if he comes on, you Darth Dawkins, if you are even a quarter of a Christian, you should apologize if he comes on. I'm just guessing.
But then doesn't actually show up.
So, like, did he receive your message?
Oh, he got it. He responded to me minutes ago before I sent him the link to this room.
I should have put my fake JMic account.
I should put my fake JMic account. This is the honest guy. Right? This is the honest guy talking. Right? He's all about deception. Zero fucking transparency.
There you go.
Okay, he just messaged me back. I'm waiting for him to respond.
What did he say?
He says, "Oh, excellent. So you're willing to debate me. Do you want to do this today? Fantastic. What time?" I said, "Right now." I sent the link.
All right, well, not on your side, but good luck for him.
Why? He's just putting his view across. That's it. He doesn't need any luck.
Even when he was hosting his own room.
Oh, by the way, if I go to that channel, do I need any luck as well?
He was a train wreck.
Is his name Cat?
No, it's Steve Appell.
Steve Appell. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He's a wannabe radio announcer, but he has the reasoning capacities of a 15-year-old.
I'll
Right.
put this on my YouTube channel before freaking Tom Rabbit.
Don't worry. You will be noticed, bitch. You will be noticed. Trust me.
Yeah, Tom's pretty.
It's pretty crazy.
I think Tom is. But...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, would you guys...
Right, this is the beginning of Darth Dawkins' enforcement policy. Right, remember, we got 2 alleged moderators, and Darth Dawkins hasn't got the green asterisk, so he has got 0 moderation. Right, but having 2 minions in his room is equal to Big Daddy's... What Big Daddy says is what's going to happen. So watch it. Okay, so the moderator is not going to initiate how things are going to happen. Darth Dawkins is bossing around these 2 idiots.
Move everybody from the stage and invite Steve up, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
How's it going, my friend?
Oh,
Can you remove the other 2
Christmas,
people?
everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
This will be a civil debate on both sides, okay? So if Darth says anything that interrupts you, I will mute him, and if you say anything, I will interrupt you. This will be mutual.
See? Very ambiguous way of doing things, right? It's got 0 fucking knowledge about moderation, right? It is not structured. It is what he fucking wants. Oh, if I think you're going to do this, you're going to do that. No, you don't do fucking moderation like that. So Enlighten, fucking Enlighten, right? He's the wisdom guy that knows how to do proper moderation.
Will be on both sides. This is not going to be just against you.
Of course.
Okay, I am a Christian theist because...
Right, so no rules? Seriously, no rules? I'm a Christian. Who gives a fuck what you are? Okay, first, the moderator has to establish the parameters of the debate, of the so-called fucking debate.
The God of Christian
wait a
theism
minute.
has...
Hold it, if I may.
Yeah.
I know I'm interrupting him right off the bat, but I just wanted to establish something. Normally, in debates, there are rules. I specifically asked Darth in advance if there are any rules, and he said the mods will decide. So mods, before we would begin, are there any rules to this debate?
Well, I will just say that
This is enlightening.
as long as you both don't interrupt each other, you both will have a fair opportunity to answer questions and ask questions.
See? Darth Dawkins is overriding the moderator, which is a minion of Darth Dawkins. So what Darth Dawkins is saying is law, which makes him a prick. It sends me a text saying, oh, it's going to be fair. Fuck you. Fair. You dishonest piece of shit.
Let me take a break. I got to take my dog out. I'll be back in less than...
Oh, you're going to need to take your dog out. Right? You mean your from your mother's basement. Okay? You said, oh, right now. Right? And everybody has to wait for you now. Right? Sitting there like bitches. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, whatever.
All right, yep. Go on back.
That's fine. That's fine with me. So if I understand correctly, the only rules are we are not allowed to interrupt each other. Other than that, there are no rules. Is that correct?
I would have
Well, yeah. Well, what
would
we'll
you
do is,
say?
yeah, sure.
There you go. You got... Enlighten hasn't got a fucking clue. And this Theo trying to do a moderation with his background, with background noise. I know what it feels like, what it... I think I know what it is. Basically, he's got kids in the background, right? So he's not in a controlled environment. Okay, fucking people, right? And Enlighten hasn't got a fucking clue. And the 2 moderators are not agreeing on the structure, which is dishonest.
Like, yeah, let's not interrupt each other, and then also we'll try to keep the responses like under 2 minutes. If
Well, okay, well then obviously, and again, obviously that's one rule then. So there apparently is a 2-minute time limit. Is that correct?
Sure.
Oh.
This Steve is talking very slow because I understand what he's getting at. It's because these the three Christians are idiots, right? And Steve wants to be 100% transparent, right? And be absolutely clear on the rules of engagement. In this case, the rules of the debate, right? But these two fucking clowns, Theo and Enlighten, they're making the rules as it goes. So basically, they're not prepared, right? They're not prepared. So no wonder even us atheists want to interact with those fucking idiots in their fucking house, because they cannot even behave Christian-like in their own fucking room.
All right.
Yeah. So
and well, no, I'm just asking. I mean, I didn't bring up 2 minutes. You guys brought it up. So does that mean that Darth gets to talk uninterrupted for 2 minutes? I get to talk uninterrupted for 2 minutes, vice versa for in perpetuity? Or again, I'm just asking.
Yes, vice versa.
yeah.
All right. So the only rules are, and I will volunteer to allow Darth to speak for 2 minutes. So he speaks for 2 minutes, I speak for 2 minutes, and then we go forever without questions or anything.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, we'll just go for for a little bit to see like if there comes to like a resolution. So, and then afterwards, you guys can take
come to a resolution.
You see now the intelligence of the four is Steve, and he's anticipating a clusterfuck of debate, because these two fucking plunkers, Theo and Enlighten, are not they have not got the experience, probably even fucking ever before in the past, and they're making it as it goes, and it's a recipe for disaster. And of course, Daddy Daft Dawkins is the enforcer of the room.
So
okay, so we'll do it for we'll go for like 40 minutes, and then after 40 minutes.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 40 minutes, right? 40 fucking minutes, and the video is actually 34 minutes long. Okay, not my presentation, the actual video. So it won't last that long, and then there's no question and answer, no people's question or anything. It just fucking gets destroyed.
We can take questions like from the audience.
That's after the 40 minutes, right?
Not.
Well, let's just qualify what perfect is. So just so I understand, so in 40 minutes, that means that, and please forgive me, it's Christmas.
You got it.
So, so Darth.
40 minutes at 2 minutes, right? Is 20 minutes each side. So let's see.
Darth and I are going to each speak uninterrupted, one after each other, for 2 minutes apiece.
Right.
For 10 times.
Correct.
Right.
This is all.
Right. Now this is Daft Dawkins interjecting, changing the rules of the moderators. Right. And remember, I showed you before, right, a so-called invitation from this twat Enlighten, right, the ass licker, baby Darth's ass licker, and this is what you're going to see. Daft Dawkins enforcing his will.
Also going to be conversational. There's going to be questioning back and forth.
Well, then obviously the 2 minute uninterrupted rule does not apply. So
right.
Well, it can apply if you ask for it.
See? It's Daft Dawkins rules. Simple as that. So that means automatically Theo and Enlighten are two pieces of shit, like a fucking like nothing. Like they are actually nothing.
Well, once again,
just say I'd like 2 minutes.
Once again, I'm going to defer to the mod. Let's agree. I strongly suggest
the mods are there for a reason. They are the drivers of the room, not idiots like Darth Dawkins enforcing their will.
We agree on the rules before we start, but you're the mod. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah. So
I just don't want this to turn into running monologues.
Running monologues. What part of running monologues is 2 minutes?
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
All right. So what?
Okay. Neither do I. So I have a suggestion.
Okay, good. So let's begin.
Okay. So
Well, actually, I think we should begin.
See, Darth Dawkins is over talking the moderators. He's got zero fucking respect. Well, he has got no respect for anybody, but no, okay, his minion, he's got a little bit of respect, but not when he wants his way, right? He only respects him when they are licking his ass. Oh yes, Darth talking this. Oh yes, Darth talking. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, do whatever you want. But for the moderators to enforce thing, rubbish.
In on the rules. I think.
Okay. One sec. Let me. Wait. Let me just iron out. So what we'll do, right, is we'll just
See, background noise. Right? Why? You, Theo, with all due respect, okay, I've got no beef with you yet. Okay? You cannot moderate when you have background noise in your wherever you are, right? I mean, you can have, but you can't moderate, okay? Because that's a lack of respect for the room or for the debate itself, or sorry, for the structure of the debate.
Start the conversation. Allow people to go back and forth. The rule is going to be just don't over talk each other.
You see, now you, Theo, has buckled to Darth Dawkins' wimp. You're just a minion. You're just another minion. You're just another robot from Darth Dawkins. Okay? Enlighten is specialized for that. Right? He's like a little cone like that. You see his cone? It's right up his fucking Darth Dawkins' butt.
And then if it seems like if it seems like it's like going one-sided or the other side, then we can institute like time limits and whatnot.
Institute. That's a typical word for fucking Darth Dawkins. Institute. It's all about loving Darth Dawkins.
But for the start, we could just have it.
All right, we've gone over this.
No, Darth Dawkins, shut the fuck up. The moderator is setting up the rules. If you cannot handle that, that means you're not fit for purpose for discussing, and you are wondering why do you think that we are, let's generalize, we are cowards. We're not cowards. It's that you cannot even comport to a fair debate. You are dishonest by default.
We've gone over this.
And so
So I'll start unless Steve wants to object.
All right, go on.
Well, my only objection is that I'm not clear on the rules. So if I can make a suggestion.
Go on.
How about if we give Darth a 2-minute opening statement?
I don't need to.
See? He just wants to ask question. Why you do not believe in God? I said that's his first fucking shtick.
I don't need 2 minutes. Okay? You can take as much time. You can take as much time as you want. Every time you answer, if I ask you a question, if you want a full 2 minutes uninterrupted, that's fine. So we're going to begin now. Okay? I'm a Christian theist.
No, you're not going to begin now. Begin when the moderator says begin. I think they have got the time control. I don't know. It was just a guess.
Yes. I'm a Christian theist because the God of Christian theism has revealed himself through creation, through every fact, indicates and reveals God according to his plan.
No, he hasn't. You read that in the Bible, and that's called circular argument. Your first fallacy philosophy in philosophy. Circular argument. Let's carry on.
And the God of Christian theism has revealed himself through the course of human history and has sovereignly and providentially and infallibly recorded that in the Christian scriptures.
Circular argument. He exists because he's written down.
Ultimately culminating in the words and teachings of Jesus Christ. Okay, so what is your worldview?
So you're finished and you want me to respond uninterrupted. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your worldview?
Correct.
All right. Hang on really quickly because I was expecting you to speak longer than 15 seconds, but that's okay.
That was a sarcasm insult.
So hang on just a second.
You have all the time you want.
I would say give me about 30 seconds here and I'll be happy to respond.
Sure. Take your time.
Shut up, Enlighten.
Trust me.
Shut up.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's see. Merry Christmas, everybody. And I've got 2 o'clock on Pacific.
See, you started with a decent presentation.
Pacific Standard Time. I've born, raised, and continue to work and live in beautiful Southern California. My name is Steve Appell, and you can go ahead and Google me up, and you could verify and vet me. So let's get everything up front. Everybody knows who I am, yet we have no idea, except on Clubhouse, where Mr. Darth Dawkins.
Well, people, let me enlighten you. You get it? Enlighten. Right. So far, what I know. He was married. He's now divorced. He's got several kids, one of them with a special needs. His kids, now, some of them are grown up. They don't want to fucking know anything about this guy. They've got a son, which is a grandson of Darth Dawkins. And they don't, the father of that child does not want to have any, the father does not want the kid to have any relations. So from grandson to grandparent, he doesn't want to have any relations. So he just put him to one side. I think from the information that I've gathered, he's living in his mother's basement. And the reason I'm saying this is because he's going to say, no, I don't divulge my information. Well, I'm going to divulge what we know. Right? So we are fairly certain that he lives with his mother. The mother will not allow him to live on the upper deck, so he has to go to a fucking basement. You know where the boilers are and everything, right? Where you keep the rubbish, down there in the basement, right? And I think he's got a laptop. He's not even got a PC, so he's just fucking right. So he used to be a dentist, a technician, right? And I think that what it means is that he provides services, dental services to the dentist by means of the dentist actually making copies of the teeth, right? And then these technicians make the actual shape of the teeth, right? And so you can do that indoors or in you don't need to be in a company, right? So I think he used to do that before, and I do not know if he does this in his spare time. Well, I mean, he fucking spends 10 plus hours on social media, right, giving fucking bullshit to other people. So I don't know how much time he's got, but I think he's doing it as a part-time, because of course, if you don't pay rent, right, unless you pay rent with meat to his mother, you know what I mean, like Adam and Eve type of thing, giving a little bit up the ass, yeah, to keep the mother to pay their rent. Or he doesn't pay any rent and he bosses the women, in this case his mother. Did I say he was divorced? Yes, he was divorced. I've seen a video from his wife that she was doing a women's chat, talking about infidelity and things like that, and she mentions that the STD was a fucking problem, right? So this Gary Mayo infected his wife or ex-wife with STD, talking about fucking moral standards. Right, it's disgusting human being. And also, what I know is he filed for bankruptcy. Okay, so basically, he's not worth making a business with. Right, he's a loser. He's a born again loser. He's a Christian born again loser. He's not a born again Christian. He's a Christian born again loser. Right? Have I covered everything? STDs, family doesn't want to see. Business gone out of fucking drain. Oh, probably no money and lives in his mother's basement. And during a meeting, during a debate, he has to walk the dog. Have I rounded it up? Yeah? Okay, let's carry on then. Let's see what this idiot is going to say.
From, so we get that right off the bat.
Right.
As far as what my belief is, I'm an atheist. I presume we're talking about God. Is atheism rational? I would say, yeah, sure. Atheism is absolutely rational. It's completely rational to not only doubt the existence of God, but also to doubt everything.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that he's establishing lack of belief. He never, ever, ever, ever is establishing the non-existence. He's just saying what the other person is saying. The other person says, I think this, I don't believe you. It's like saying, for example, I'm going to give you an analogy. It's like if Darth Dawkins says to me, I'm a nice person. Let's entertain that. Okay, Darth Dawkins says to me, hey, look up for number one. Do you know that I'm a nice person? I would say immediately to him, I don't believe you. You're full of shit. Right? I don't believe you. Right? What are my justification? Well, his behavior, his previous behavior. Right? Now, for him, he's got the burden of proof because he's saying to me that I'm a nice person. I'm talking about hypothetically, right? So if he says to me, let me put a big picture, right? This camera, right? Okay. So Darth Dawkins comes to me and says, yeah, I'm a nice person. I say, fuck you. I don't believe you. I don't know. I'm not saying that you are not. I'm saying that I don't believe you. Right? Which is slightly different. Right? I could say that you are not outright because I've got enough evidence that I have gathered to come to the conclusion that Darth Dawkins is a son of a gun. Okay? Now, when he makes a claim of something that is extremely ambiguous, like God with his 10 or 15 parameters, it is justifiable to say, without any reason, not to be unreasonable, but without any reason, or without any coherent reason, to say, I don't think so. Because just the way you say it, yeah, not with enforcement, but with what you just say. Oh, God, this. No, I don't believe you. Oh, prove me wrong. That's his shtick. Prove me wrong. And I've said this many times. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong what? Right? Prove me wrong what? You're just saying God and then sugarcoating it with 10 attributes. He's the ultimate this, ultimate that, full of fucking shit as usual. Right? That doesn't make it so. Okay, but enough about me. Let's go because you are the star. Yeah, let's see how much bullshit you can carry on saying.
And anything that anybody tells you, I would recommend to anybody listening to this that you should not take what anybody tells you as the absolute truth.
Right.
Growing up, I followed the rationale to question authority. and not only to question what people tell me, but also to question what people such as Darth Dawkins tell me, specifically when Mr. Dawkins admits that he's 61 years old, which, by the way, I am 61 years old, but he refuses to talk about his personal life. He refuses to say where he's from, and he refuses to say what he does for a living.
That means, by definition, is what he was saying to this guy, Steve. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that he in the ongoing, I mean, at the very beginning, he said, "Oh, he's a coward. He's this, he's that." Okay, Darth Dawkins. Let's see how much of Steve is a coward, and he's divulging all his information, put it out there. Okay, and you have said nothing. We cannot prove, we cannot test or prove or anything. You are like a fucking ghost. You are Swayze, kind of like.
Therefore, on its face, his credibility is seriously at issue. And when someone's credibility is at issue, you then have to more seriously consider the information that he gives and where.
Are you done?
What do you mean, are you done? I think it's been muted, but anyway.
Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. Okay, I'd like to know.
Well, it was a waste of time. It would not have been a waste of time if you would have given your information. Oh, like happens in all debates, but you don't want to have a debate because the debate starts with everybody's presentation. I am such and so. I've been doing this for X amount of years, and I've got my my minions, right? I got my slaves behind me that moderate how I want it, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I like that, and I'm a born again loser. So things like that you should say. I mean, try to be a little bit honest. Not too much, just a little bit.
Oh, I've already made a case for the existence of God. What is your rationale or rational justification that there is no God?
There is no God. Again, a scripted way of saying it. He never said that there is no God. He just said that he doesn't believe it.
Yeah, and we're going to make one point of moderation. Let's try to keep all conversation, on topic. And
what do you mean on topic? Theo, you scumbag. It is a standard procedure, right? For at the beginning to introduce yourself. Shut the fuck up, right? And learn how to conduct a debate. Stop licking Darth Dawkins' ass when he's saying that it's taking too long. It's his fucking fault in the first place, and you have a contributive factor on the fuck up of the moderation of the debate. Sorry. So you three are a clusterfuck. You could not organize a piss in a brewery. Period. You fuck it up.
Not about people's personal biographies.
Yeah. The question is, how is it that there is no God?
Again.
Interesting. Mr. Dawkins just said that he's already made a case for God. I haven't heard him in this room, and we've been going for 5 minutes now. I haven't heard him make any case for God. And by the way, if the mods have, or if Mr. Dawkins had, I would love for them or him to repeat the case he made for God in this room.
Are you done?
Yep, he's done.
Are you done? Okay, actually, I did make a case for God. I guess you weren't listening carefully, or that you just simply didn't want believe my case for the existence of God, that God has revealed himself through creation and through human history.
No, that's your ignorant talking. We are pretty sure how things, the living creatures, how it began. It's called evolution. We have already established that.
Now, I can repeat and expand on that if you like.
You mean making more bullshit? But yeah, go on, carry on.
You weren't listening very carefully, in my view, but you have yet to answer the question that I've asked multiple times. You've told us that you're an atheist and that you believe that there's not a God. I would like...
No, he did not say that it's not God. You purposely strawmanning him.
to know what is your rational justification that there is no God. Go ahead.
No one is proof.
Are you done?
He said no one has proven it. What part you don't get?
Are you done, Steve? Steve, are you done?
When I finish speaking and go on mute, Darth,
Okay. Well, what you just uttered is a fallacy. We have two propositions. We have the God world and the not God world. I hold to the God world. You hold to the not God world. What you have just expressed is that you reckon the not God world to be true.
No.
Due to the fact that you are unpersuaded that the God world is true, or that it hasn't been shown to be true. That technically is called an argumentum ad ignorantum.
No, it's called argumentum from a bullshitology. No, it's not.
It's an argument to ignorance.
No, ignorance. Ignorance. Don't confuse ignorance with lack of knowledge. Okay, you have not given enough information to warrant his belief on your bullshit. He is justified due to the lack of information, and within that realm of with that capacity of knowledge or information, he has determined or he has warranted a lack of belief. That's it. That's his justification. He doesn't need any more. It is up to you now to make the case with further evidence, right, to justify your claim.
We have two antithetical propositions, X and not X.
Yeah. X or not X. That's okay in philosophy. But when you put that into the real world, X or not X, that's like saying Superman or not Superman. Father Christman, not Father Christman. Fairy godmother or not fairy godmother. God or not God. Okay? No. Don't do that. Because you are trying to prove the non-existence of something. You have to prove that exists. You haven't proved it. You're just going back in a circular argument saying that the God exists because it says so in the Bible. Natural or personal revelation. I don't give a shit what revelation it is.
Okay, which would represent the God world and the not God world.
Which God?
That one proposition is to be reckoned to be true because the opposite proposition has not been demonstrated to be true.
Opposite. You shifting the burden of fucking proof.
Is that your position?
well, you use the word, and I'm probably going to mispronounce it because I've never heard the word before, and antiquitical, or what was the word you used?
Antithetical.
Antithetical. All
Both
right.
worldviews contradict each other.
No. I take your word for it because I'm going to plead ignorant. I've never heard that word before, but it doesn't mean it's not a word. I believe you.
Have you ever heard of the word antithesis?
Yes, antithesis means the opposite.
Right, and the word antithetical is derived from that.
All right. No, I'm familiar with antithesis. It's one of my favorite words. I had never just.
Okay. Do you need me to repeat the question?
No, but I'd appreciate if you didn't interrupt me when I was speaking. I thought that was unreal.
Right. The reason why I'm interjecting
Shut up.
is you're not addressing the question.
Shut up.
What's the question again, please?
Okay. Is it your position that the not God world is to be held as true because the God world...
Strawman, not God world. It's not equal to I don't believe it.
...world has not been demonstrated to your satisfaction to be true. Is that your position?
Actually, Darth, the first thing I said was no, so I answered the question.
Okay, so how is the not God world true?
I have no idea.
So you don't have a rational basis to assert there is no God then, is that correct?
No, it's not correct. I believe I said 2 minutes ago the reason why I don't believe in God is because it hasn't been proven to me.
Okay, are you claiming neutrality?
I don't understand the question.
He's claiming that he doesn't believe it. It's that simple. You're trying to complicate the issue to suit your fucking script.
Okay, when you say you don't believe, are you just simply saying that you don't have a positive belief in God, but that you are not denying the existence of God?
My answer is I don't believe in God. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I can further explain it if you need. I suspect
Steve is in sarcasm mode. Very slowly, he's saying, "You are fucking stupid, you cunt."
that both the mods and everybody in the audience understands what I said when I say I don't believe in God.
I'm in the audience. I understand what this guy is saying perfectly well. For the record.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
You're interrupting me a second time in a row, which is against the rules.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
the
listening.
one rule. That's the one rule we
You
established.
need to chill out. Go ahead, finish.
No, you need to respect, you son of a gun. You need to respect. I mean that is beyond your control.
Oh, I'm perfectly chill. This is why when I came into the room at first, I was so insistent upon establishing rules. And we all agreed on one rule, not to interrupt. I have not interrupted you.
Okay, Steve, go right ahead, man.
And that's a third time. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just go ahead and state your case.
Yeah, you're wasting an enormous amount of time by filler material. Okay.
Well, trust me, Darth. I didn't come into this room to waste my time. One of the reasons why time is so precious to me, I'm 61 years old. You're 61 years old. I'm sure you and I can both agree that as we both get older,
You are wasting time with this filler material.
It's not wasting time. It is his time. It doesn't matter what he says, right? You say that because he doesn't follow your fucking lazy, cheesy script.
You're not speaking on the.
He can say whatever the fuck he wants within his 2 fucking minutes.
The topic. Okay. Now you say you don't believe in God. My question for you.
That's it. He doesn't believe, right? If I don't believe you, it is on you to provide more information, or as we would call it, evidence, and then we might believe you, right? Don't harass the person who says he doesn't believe. It could be lack of ignorance or lack of knowledge. Yeah, it could be ignorance. It could be that the way you are sending the information across is not intelligent enough from your side, which is always the case, right? Or you're talking out of your fucking ass, which is always the fucking case.
You are saying I don't believe in God. Is that simply merely the absence of a positive belief in God without the denial of the existence of God?
See, now he was saying before, even 30 seconds ago, that he's filling up. He's saying that to Steve. Projection.
I would like to bring in the mods right now because that was part of the rules, and I would like to ask the mods if they believe I have addressed all of Darth's questions. If I have not, I will take pause for the mods, whatever the mods say. Have I or have I not addressed all of God's all of?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good question. Darth, could you repeat your question?
Why do you say repeat the question? Repeating the question does not solve the fucking problem. Yeah?
Yeah, this is about the fourth or the fifth time I've repeated the same question that obviously you as a professional man are incapable of understanding and answering. So we'll try it again. When you say you don't believe in God, are you communicating to us that it is merely and only an absence of a positive belief, which does not constitute the denial of the existence of God?
The answer to your...
Okay, do you deny the existence?
Hold on, the answer to the question. Why are you blocking him? Why are you muting him?
Existence of God?
The answer to your question is yes.
Good. How is it that there is no God?
For the third time, it has not been proven.
Okay, that's a non sequitur.
No, it is a sequitur. It follows. It follows because it's the acquisition of information, right? We cannot trust you with your lame excuses, but whatever you say, it is the case. No, not even what I say. I've got a set of expertise, right? And you cannot say to me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you do not understand, it is on me to give you further explanation of the things that I do for a living, right? I work with machinery, okay? And you are inept, or you think you know something but you don't, right? If you don't understand what I'm conveying to you, I have to tell you, I have to enforce it. And you can just say, I don't believe you, which is fine, right? But I'm not going to fight your belief system. I just say, okay, fuck it, you don't believe it, okay, move on. But no, you have to come back and fight the person who doesn't believe due to the lack of information. You are the epiphany of dishonesty.
You know what a non sequitur is?
Non sequitur to you because you want to fit your own fucking script. And his response is sufficient enough, but it goes off your script. So you have to fucking interject.
Steve?
Can Darth go on mute? Would that be okay? Thank you.
Sure, you could get...
Thank you. In fact, I would very much appreciate it. When I ask him a question, I'll go on mute. When he asks me a question, he can go on mute. I would appreciate that, but I know that's not an established rule. The answer for purposes of this conversation, no. I do not know what a non sequitur.
Okay, a non sequitur is a rationale that does not follow, okay? The fact that something has not been proven to you to your satisfaction, it doesn't follow from that it does not exist. Okay, your position is God.
Yeah, but you have not proven that it is the case that exists. You just filibustering a concept, and you say, oh, and therefore exists.
God does not exist. The fact that you are unpersuaded as to the existence of God, it does not follow necessarily that God does not exist. That is a non sequitur. In addition,
he has not mentioned that he does not exist. Again, dishonesty.
Your position is a positive one. God does not exist.
No, he has not affirmed the non-existence. You deceiving piece of shit.
Okay, the not God world. What you're saying is the not God world is established or to be reckoned to be true because the God world has not been established to be true to your satisfaction. Is that your position?
No, that is not my position. My position is I do not believe in God.
He's been crystal clear. But you, Dovtalki, wants to add of the non-belief to no, he does not exist, which is two fucking different things.
Whether or not that is true or false, I am not saying that. I am not trying to convince anybody else to follow my belief. Whether or not my belief is true or false is irrelevant. What I do know is that it is my belief that I do not believe.
Okay, do you have a rational basis for your belief that God does not exist?
Does not exist. How
Yes, for the fourth time, because it has not been proven to me.
Okay, I've already explained to you that you're committing the fallacy of an argumentum ad ignorantum. This is an
no.
informal fallacy. There's a long list of informal fallacies if you go to any logic website on the internet. One of those,
Any logical philosophical website. Your first one is circular argument. Okay, you are basing your claim on the text of a book. You got zero fucking knowledge, scientific knowledge, or any type of knowledge. Well, not any type of knowledge, anything. You just say because it says here, it is so, and it's been revealed because it's written.
fallacies is the argumentum ad ignorantum. It's called the appeal to ignorance. That a proposition is deemed to be true if its negation has not been shown to be true. Now, do you understand?
No, that's shifting the burden. That's like saying, "Oh, aliens exist," and you say to me, "Oh no, you have to prove that aliens don't exist, therefore exist." Yeah, is that the claim that you're saying? You dishonest son of a gun.
Understand the form of the argument to ignorance.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll explain it again to you. We have two propositions. Both propositions are contradictory to each other. We have X and not X. X can represent the God world, not X can represent the not God world. Your position is not X, that not X, the not God world, is true. When asked, how is that true? Okay, you say not X is true because X has not been shown to be true. That is your position. You've stated it several times. You believe God does not exist because God's existence hasn't been demonstrated to you.
That's two different claims. You are fusing two different arguments. You are fusing lack of belief with the negation of your claim.
That is the classic fallacy of an argument to ignorance, that a proposition is true if its negation has not been satisfactorily demonstrated to be true. Do you understand now, after I've explained this the fourth time, how you're making what is called an argument to ignorance?
I understand, but I don't agree. And please go back on. Thank you. I understand everything that you said, but I do not agree with what you said. And the reason why I don't agree with what you said is because, unlike you, I'm not trying to convince everybody that what I'm saying is true. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. All I'm saying is that I don't believe in.
Okay, that is irrelevant what you're attempting to do. Okay, you have just denied that you have committed the fallacy of an argument to ignorance. Okay, is it your position that God does not exist?
Again, you are fucking broken record.
God has not been shown to be true. Is that your position?
My position is I don't believe in God because God, the existence of God, has not been proven to me.
Okay.
That's it.
You're repeating yourself again for the umpteenth time.
You too.
Your position is that God does not exist.
No.
Correct?
No.
I could also provide some clarification. So Steve,
please don't.
Yeah. Theo, moderator, please don't. Shut the fuck up. Yeah? You are Darth Dawkins' bitch. Okay? You are not moderating. He's the moderator. Yeah, you are a fake fucking moderator, Theo. Shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up. Let your boss talk. Because you are his bitch. He's pimping your ass.
I asked Steve a question. Steve, is it your position?
Shush.
Darth, please
Theo,
don't
shush.
argue with the moderator.
I'm not arguing with him.
Darth, no. The moderators.
Steve, I asked you.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll
answer it. Yeah, I asked you a question. Okay.
Theo, shut up.
You keep on coming back with the same shtick over and over again. I don't believe in God. Okay, we've heard this over and over again. Is it your position?
Theo, shut up.
That God does not exist.
And I will answer that right now. It is my position that the moderators are in charge. I did not pick the moderators, Darth.
They're not in charge. They are called minions. They are called Darth Dawkins ass lickers. Yeah? You are going to the lion's den. Right? And you're getting bitten by the lion. Right? And the other two idiots are just looking. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's beat.
You invited me into this room.
You are Darth. Okay, you are.
And this guy, Enlighten, sent me a text like I saw show you guys at the beginning. Right? So it's going to be fair. Bullshit. You lying son of a gun. Okay? I'm calling you in your fucking face. You are a bullshitter.
You are unsufferable. Okay?
Okay.
You are beyond obtuse as a human being.
One moment. Let's.
I asked you a simple question.
Theo, shut up again.
I want a simple answer. Okay.
You're not capable of muting Darth. You got more powers, and you are shit afraid of him.
We'll have him answer. But yeah, so just a point of clarification, because I'd like for both parties to kind of understand each other.
Too fucking late. It's a clusterfuck. What, you gonna say out the fucking rules now?
So so Steve, Darth is not really talking about like whether you believe.
Oh, now you're gonna explain what he's saying. Really? Like if Steve was too fucking thick to understand what Gary Mill is saying. Are you that fucking childish?
That God exists, or that you believe God doesn't exist.
He already answered the question. Yeah, stop licking Darth Dawkins' asses. Asses. He might have more than one ass for more than one of his minions.
But more, he's talking about the actual state of affairs.
Yeah, he perfectly understands, Theo.
Theo, shut the fuck up.
He understands. He's purposely being evasive.
So it's like, is it actually?
So you did not mute him, or he unmuted himself to override your comments. Don't talk about in favor of Darth Dawkins. You should be a moderator. By definition, you should be impartial. Even if you believe the same bullshit that he does, right? At least be a quarter of a fucking Christian. A quarter. Yeah, I'm not asking for that much. Only a quarter. Right? Be honest to yourself. Like the same scumbag Enlighten. Right? Be a little bit decent. Right? And moderate this piece of shit room that you fucking guys are running. You're a fucking disgrace to your own fucking religion, never mind to a human being. Right? Because I would put you in a different category of species.
The case that God exists, or is it actually the case?
Here's the question, and I'll shut up. Steve, is it your position that God does not exist?
See, you haven't done fuck all moderation. You just ass-licked Darth Dawkins.
All right. I came into this room without agreeing to the moderators. I presumed, and so far the moderators have been doing an excellent job. Theo and Enlighten, thank you.
Well, he's been nice, but he knows, we know that you were shit, basically. But he's trying to be polite, which, okay, I get it. Right? He was using sarcasm to Darth Dawkins, and he tried to sugarcoat your shit job. But okay, fine.
I agreed that the first thing I wanted to do was establish the rules. The only rule we established is that there would be no interruptions between me and Darth. I have not interrupted Darth. Darth has interrupted me a couple of times, but I think that we should establish that when the moderators speak, both Darth and Steve, regardless of what the moderators are.
See, now Steve is actually imposing respect to the moderators, right? So an let's work this one out. An atheist is saying to the moderators or to Darth Dawkins, respect the moderators. But because Darth Dawkins is a pimp, almost by profession, right? He would not stand up because he has to slap his bitches now and then to proclaim his alpha position. Very clear.
Saying Darth and Steve should go on mute and let the moderators speak. Darth, do you agree with that?
I am waiting for an answer.
See, this is a clear indication the lack of respect Darth Dawkins has for a Christian moderation. So again, let me tell you, let me put it in my big screen, right? Because I want you to see my fucking face. This is to you, Enlighten. Okay? You cannot organize a room. Okay? You cannot organize filling up a glass of water without fucking it up. You are a bad Christian. You're a bad moderator. You're a scumbag ass licker. And you have got the fucking audacity. I'm not going to block you. Right? I'm not going to block you. Right? Because Darth Dawkins also has subscribed, has following me. Because you motherfuckers want to spy on me when I'm doing something. But I'm not going to block. Okay? But you trying to go and trying to be followers of everybody or all the atheists that you can get a hold of them, right? To track them. Yeah, you're just a bunch of fucking spies. Yeah, and then you go and run to your fucking pimp. Yeah. Oh, that talking. He did this. He did that. Dishonest son of a gun. Main camera. Main camera. Let's carry on with these fucking minions.
So my question, is it your position that God does not exist? This is about the 7th time I've asked.
And once again, when I go into debates, and Darth, I'm assuming you've had debates before.
If you don't stop.
See, listen, no moderation. Moderation is non-existent. Yeah, here, Theo, or this bullshitter Enlighten, and she said, sorry, Darth, let us interject, we're going to mute you two. That's what Steve said. He said, mute me and mute Darth, and then override whatever Darth is saying, or what Steve's saying. But no. They are ass-licking Darth all the way to fucking Tokyo, right, to comply with his fucking demand. Absolute pimping.
Stop with this ridiculousness. It's the conversation, the dialogue is going to be over. This is the same shtick that you pulled the
Projection.
last several times I talked with you. I just asked you a straightforward question. This is about the 7th time I've asked a question. Is it your position that God
does not exist?
Does not exist.
Oh, I wonder why you were asking the same fucking question X amount of times.
And I'm now.
Go ahead, Steve.
Go on, Steve. That's your fucking best. Go on, Steve. Really? Like if Steven needs any help from you fucking plunkers.
I don't believe in the existence of.
That's not a direct.
Do not interrupt. Do not interrupt. The moderators, get your fucking shit together.
Answer to my question. That is a purposeful, evasive response. To not believe is non-informative because
non-informative to your level of ignorance or your level of fucking sophistry. Okay, you are following Darth Dawkins. We are calling you out on the piece of shit that you are. You are following a script, and if anybody in any way, shape or form deviate from that script, you are saying the bullshit. It is non-informative. Shut the fuck up.
Not believing can constitute merely the absence of a positive affirmation, or it can refer to the denial of the existence of God. Now,
Sophistry.
I will ask you an eighth time.
Again,
you say
what? So asking 8 or what? Do you think asking 21 times he would say? Steve would say, "Oh, okay. Whatever you say. Really?
You do not believe in God. Does that constitute the denial of the existence of God?"
I would suggest now respectfully to the moderators that we bring up some members of...
Right. Darth Dawkins is a dead end. You might as well hit yourself in the fucking wall. So what Steve is going to ask now, well, he already started. He's asking for the moderator that have done a fucking shit job, yeah, to ask some of the public to go up and says, okay, yes, he was talking correctly, or making his point, making his case, or not making the case. But let's see what Darth Dawkins said, because he's afraid. He's a fucking coward, right? He would not bring, or he would not allow, funny enough, he would not allow, because he's pimping those two fucking bitches, he would not allow anybody to come up, yeah, to request, to oblige by the request that Steve is saying. He's asking for somebody else to see if Steve is talking out of his ass or not.
Of the audience and ask them whether or not they think I have answered.
Okay, we're done. We're done. This
interruption again. Okay, you're done.
is over. You're done. Remove him.
Remove him. Yeah, remember, remove him. Okay? The pimp, Darth Dawkins pimp, is putting those two bitches on the street, on each corner. I say, my bitches, remove Steve from your corner.
We're done. This guy's a complete a-hole. He's purposely not wanting to try to dialogue. He is a supreme bullshitter. We're done. Okay? This is the same shit.
Yeah, the three musketeers there. Yeah? Or the pimp and the two bitches either side.
That he shoveled out when I went in his rooms. Okay? He taunted me in the text messages. I was afraid to debate him.
You were afraid. You're shit scared, you coward.
Okay? All we're getting is this verbal dog and pony show.
You are projecting yourself. I've repeated about fucking 10 times every time you say it.
Okay? He was asked straightforwardly 7 times. When you say you don't believe in God, does that constitute the denial?
Why you have to say that to the audience? You love to hear yourself.
Of God, and he categorically refuses to give a direct answer. Here is a clown who gave a biographical information about himself, bragged about it.
Bragged about it? No, he's been honest. Something that you cannot handle. You cannot handle honesty.
That he's a professional man, right? Yet he cannot answer the most straightforward questions when it is repeated over and over and over and over and over again with him.
You see, that is a tricky question. You say when he's not answering, when you repeat it over and over and over, what you're saying that he's not answering the way you want him to answer. So you want him not to be honest. Something what you are, basically. You're a dishonest piece of shit. Okay? But you are saying it so fucking clear that it's fucking unbelievable.
Okay? So we're done. It would be pointless to carry on the conversation another 20, 30, 40, 45 minutes because he will just bullshit the way he is entirely bullshitted the whole way time. He is smart enough, he's educated enough, he knows what I'm asking, and he was steadfastly refusing to answer.
Well, so he's intelligent, but you want him to be incoherent. That's basically what you want. Oh, that's not the right answer. So why don't you ask the question and respond for him? Right? You could actually make a debate and talking to yourself. Like if I simulate that you're talking to someone, to an atheist, that would be fucking funny.
Answer the question while pretending to answer the question. Okay? He's purposely being deceitful and deceptive. So we're
No, he
done
wasn't.
with that fake, phony, and fraud.
Fake, phony, fraud. Projection again. That's it?
Well, I just want to say, thank you, Steve, for engaging in.
Don't thank him.
No! Theo, please. Your pimp, Darth Dawkins, he's commanded you not to thank him. Remember, you are his bitch. And whatever he says, it has to be done. Okay? Remember, you are his bitch. I'm saying it into your face, Theo. You are Darth Dawkins' bitch. Okay? You have got zero fucking integrity as a person. Never mind as a fucking Christian. You haven't got a self-control, self-respect. If you meant it, you should override that piece of shit Darth Dawkins. If you can.
Don't thank him. This guy shows up and he did a verbal dog and pony.
There and then, you say, sorry, Darth Dawkins, I like to lick your ass, but please, I think he behaved correctly. I will lick your ass later and make you happy, right? And Enlighten can help me with my tongue, yeah, licking your ass as well, right? But I am saying that thank you, but no, he will not even allow you to thank the other person. You are that much of importance to Darth Dawkins. And until you realize, you and that scumbag Enlighten, yeah, you two fucking plunkers, realize how much he's pimping you two. It is a fucking crazy, man. It is crazy. And unfortunately, you don't even fucking comprehend what he's doing. Right? This guy is worse than cancer. Yeah, COVID is a piece of cake disease compared to this scumbag. Right? He's worse than your fucking 7 plagues. I'm not even fucking surprised that he could be the fucking devil. Most definitely, he's the wolf in sheep clothing. Absolutely more. That is really fitting. Right? But he's going like that. He's the wolf, but he's pimping you fuckers. Right? Hey, yeah. Go to this corner, go to that corner. Hello. Boom. Yeah, that's it. Anyway.
He was one of the most insincere phonies I've ever encountered.
No, you haven't. He was dead on honest.
On Clubhouse. This guy wasn't sincere at all.
Really? So he divulged personal information and he's not being sincere. And he's asking for your information and you don't divulge it. Really? Really? I think you are projecting too much, in my opinion. Way too much projection.
Okay? I'm surprised that he even showed up.
Why? He has got nothing to hide. He's coming in as a normal, decent human being to interact with a pimp. With his 2 bitches either side.
Oh. It's good that he showed
It's
up.
embarrassing to thank him.
Theo, again, on behalf of Darth Dawkins, shut the fuck up. Yeah? Your sugar daddy is telling you to shut up. Right? And you are very nice prostitute and you are complying with your pimp. Good job. Good job. Christianity overflows with respect to other human beings, especially in that fucking clubhouse. Hold on. Well fucking done.
You and other people, myself, should be criticizing him for that atrocious performance that he gave. He's pretending to dialogue and debate, and he wasn't the whole time. He was being evasive. If we go back and replayed, how much of the content that came out of his mouth was a response to questions that I asked him?
Yeah.
Other than they were rhetorical rabbit trails trying to obfuscate and to prevaricate, right? Giving direct answers to the question.
Now I'll put this on my YouTube channel and we'll...
Yeah, Enlighten. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. Don't worry about that, bitch. Don't worry about that. Yeah? Once I put it on and you watch it, you can, after you watch my video, you can carry on licking his ass. Don't worry about that, yeah? I'll cover you, yeah? Don't worry about you putting it up in your YouTube channel. Yeah? I'll help you out here, yeah? You carry on doing whatever you do to him.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I probably will never talk with this guy again. And you know what the funny thing is?
Yeah, please tell me.
Either he's aware of what he's doing.
No, he's aware of what he's doing. But your two bitches are not aware or fully aware of what you are doing.
Which is despicable. And if he's not aware of it, he has mental problems. Okay? This is not normal human behavior.
Really?
Right?
Oh, you're talking about yourself?
I don't believe in God. Good. What does that constitute? Does it
constitute lack of belief? That's it.
Constitute that you're just simply withholding positive?
Don't explain it to your minions. Your minions know your bullshit. It doesn't matter.
Positive affirmation as to the existence of God, and you're withholding the denial of the existence of God, and you're just a neutral bystander. I'm undecided. Or does your not believing in God constitute that there is no God? Did we hear a clear answer? No.
Did we hear a clear answer? No. Are you asking the rest of the people, or you are responding for them?
What a complete waste of time.
I agree.
Now, if anybody wants to come up and comment, you're free to raise your hands and do so. But
remember, Dove Talking is not the moderator, right? But because he's the pimping one, right? Okay, I finished now. Raise your hand so I can say more bullshit to you. It's fucking unbelievable.
He's not welcome up here.
He's not welcome. Yes, Mr. Pimp.
What a horse's ass.
Yeah, but it was a good demonstration of the inability to answer simple questions. So for that, we thank him.
He has to be probably one of the worst atheist interlocutors that I've encountered, right? I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether the conversation went where Darth wanted it to go, I still think that it was valuable to have the conversation because, once again, it demonstrates the foolishness of atheism.
JT, are you his third bitch? The foolishness. What foolishness are you talking about? Okay, you were not interacting with Steve. You were booted down like the rest of the bitches, right? And the two main bitches there were just like non-existent. So what are you talking about? And it's good to fucking critique somebody when it's not there. Very Christian-like. Good job as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Sure. But yeah, I definitely do hope, Steve, that you do seek truth, seek God,
See truth, seek God. Okay.
God is good and holy, and
Amen.
Jesus Christ paid for it.
Really? Good. In the book says that he killed everybody in the planet -8 that went into this magic boat. Is that the one? Is that the one you're saying? Good. Okay.
And so that's definitely the truth. And the whole point of the debate is not just to be like, hey, someone's smarter or whatever. It's just that the point is to point people to Christ, right? To
point people to Christ. I think you're not fucking listening to what you're saying. Because what Darth Dawkins have done is very, very, very short of that. I've never ever heard that scumbag of Darth Dawkins saying, listen, I want you to take you to Christ. Although you're incoherent, which is his end statement of his or the bottom line of his script, right? You oh my, I can go for fucking hours.
Save souls, right? That's the.
No, he's not fucking saving souls. He's like he's a born again argumentative son of a gun, right? What part of saving soul has he done? Let me say, boom, zero, zilch. You've done fuck all.
Cool. Go.
Hey, you know, I'll give him credit. At least he had the cojones to come on up here. At least discuss something with Dar. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You give him that. Well, you don't have any fucking cojones, right? As I said before, and that's why I said it before that about the cojones. I don't know why you're saying that Spanish expression, right? But you have got pellets of cojones because you haven't stand up to your fucking pimp and respected the moderation. So, Enlighten, you ain't got no fucking cojones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just have one comment.
Right, and that's this guy. I don't know if he's an atheist or not, but he's got a book, a what it seems like a holy book. It could be the Torah, it could be the Bible. We're not sure, but I'm going to respect the illusion that he's a religious person. Right? Let's see what happens.
If I may,
Go ahead.
if I could speak to Darth. Are you a born-again Bible-believing Christian, Darth? Is that...
Yeah, get to your point, please.
Get your point. I don't give a shit. I got my bitches here, so I'm ready to pimp them.
I think you're the most... I don't know. I question your faith in Christ.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. Yeah? I don't care how I pimp my bitches. I don't care how I say things to other people. I don't care. I don't care. It's me, myself, and I.
I don't care.
I know your foul mouth.
That's true. That statement was correct. Oh, he was kicked. He was kicked.
Yeah, we knew.
By the way, did you?
Oh, that was his girlfriend Enlighten. That kicked this guy. Okay.
You guys hear me at all?
No, you're muted.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, to that last guy, okay, you completely ignored the little dog and pony show that Steve did. He had no intent in being transparent.
Really? He gave his qualification, his work, his full name, his general location. What lack of transparency has he given to us? You have been completely opaque.
And dialoguing, all he wanted to do was just spew his verbal shtick. He refused to answer straightforward questions, and one question specifically when asked 7 times. Okay, did I get angry? Did I use a couple of curse words? Yeah, I did, because I think that they're fitting for his behavior.
No, you are pimping, and your bitches defended you very well. So kudos to you, bitches. At least you done your job correctly, right? You obey your master, right? You prostituted yourself very, very, very well. And now you have to give him your hard-earned money to that bitch, to that pimping.
I think his behavior was disgusting. Okay?
Ooh, yeah.
If we go back to the recording and we parse out everything that came out of his mouth, almost 3/4 of what came out of his mouth had nothing to do with the topic at all.
That's because your shitty fucking bitches could not get the shit done properly, could not moderate properly, could not structure the debate properly. It is partially their fault. Okay? And it's their fault because they have a contributing factor to your behavior.
Okay? This guy is a blabbermouth and was wasting our time. He refused to answer a simple question. Is it your position?
You love your self-talk. You love your self-talk and you love people hearing you. I think you get erections out of it.
That God, in fact, does not exist. And all he could come back.
Oh, by the way, is your mother watching when you get erections, when you're talking like that to people? I bet she does.
I don't believe in God. Well, what does that constitute? Does that constitute that you're a neutral bystander, or that you deny God? And he steadfastly refused to answer the question while pretending he's being an honest interlocutor. Well, when somebody obfuscates and prevaricates like that, I call that a four-letter word, being a liar. I expected that this clown, Steve Appell, was going to be a colossal waste of time, and he far surpassed my expectations.
Right.
He was purposely engaging in verbal deception.
Let me repeat myself on the 8th time. And your minions too. You are an expert in projecting yourself. Because everything you say depicts yourself to the T. Everything.
Okay? And when you're in a dialogue and a discussion and debate, that's a cardinal sin when you're dialoguing with people, when you're purposely being dishonest. Okay?
I would like to know what part, where in his whole debate, not defense, because he wasn't defending himself. Well, yeah, actually, he was actually fucking defending himself, because you're asking the same fucking bitchy question again, all over again, and you're not accepting his answer, right? So you're actually bashing the other person. Okay, so you are the dishonest person anyway.
I gave this guy another chance, okay, where...
Oh, you are a moderator now. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you are fucking fake, right? You are ruling your two girlfriends. One of them, two fuckers. Oh, let me give the moderation back because it is his room. Always has been his room.
He can't be the...
So you are the fucking fake
moderator here, and he just couldn't control himself. I have had 15-year-old atheists.
That's your typical cliche. Behave better than this guy.
Who were more intellectual and truthful and honest and transparent than this
guy.
Yeah. He was asked over and over again, when you say you don't believe in God, is it merely the absence of a positive belief?
Well, you expect a response now, or you just regurgitating the same bullshit that you say every time?
And that it does not constitute the denial of God? He refused to answer. And this is what Steve Appell was trying to foist upon us. I just don't believe. I don't believe. I'm not trying to...
Oh, so you know what he's... Okay. So you know that the answer. So, but the problem is that you did not want that answer. You wanted another answer. The one that fits your fucking script. That makes you the deceiver. By default, you actually fall into your own fucking piece of shit garbage world. You're stepping on your own shit.
Change anybody's mind. I just don't believe. Steve, does your not believing mean that you believe that God does not exist?
What? You just added that as usual. You are adding to whatever he said. I don't believe it, period. I don't believe your shit.
Or are you just neutral? He refused to answer. How many times did I ask him? Okay? A total phony.
Yeah, but Steve, with all due respect, I hope you come to the truth, brother.
Enlighten, shut the fuck up. Yeah? You cannot say anything more intelligent than that if you come to the truth. He cannot come to the truth because there's no fucking truth. What truth? Show me the fucking truth. Well, you can't. You're just too busy in between Darth Dawkins' cheeks. Yeah, with a big fucking tongue. That's what you're doing. Minions, bitches.
Well, I hope he repents and becomes a Christian too.
Really? Repent. Now you're going to say that. Repent. Why didn't you say that at the beginning? No, you have to insult the person first. Yeah, bully the hell out of the fucking interlocutor, and then put the man out.
Too, for the salvation of his soul. But you know what? I'm going to get ticked. I'm going to get indignant and angry when somebody makes a pretense. Oh yeah, I'll have a truthful, honest discussion and debate with you. We may vigorously disagree, but we're both going to, you know.
No, you don't vigorously disagree because you don't like the answer. You are being dishonest by default. Dishonesty is your starting point, funny enough.
Try to be truthful and transparent. He wasn't being transparent.
Really?
He was just,
I told you before,
rhetoric out of his mouth. The vast majority of what he was coming out of his mouth wasn't substantive to the topic of the debate about the existence of God. Look at it.
I know, about the claim of existence of God. You're making a positive claim, which you cannot back it up.
His opening statement. 3/4 of his opening statement was talking about himself, and because I didn't give personal details of
You can't give a personal details because you're a fucking coward.
my background information. That was his opening statement.
Yeah? Have you ever had a fucking debate? I challenge you. Watch any normal debate. Any proper structural debate. What would they say at the beginning? Even the fucking moderator says at the beginning, tell me something about yourself, or tell the audience something about yourself, a brief thing. Oh, I've done this, this, and this, I've got 5 or 6 books or whatever. It is in their best interest to be known. And he did it. He had the transparency and honesty to divulge his personal information. If that is not transparency, you are not from this fucking world. And your 2 fucking bitches doesn't get it.
What a clown.
I hope, by the way, I got that, Tom.
Oh, don't worry about that, my man. I am all over your fucking face. Right? Now, you hear me clearly, right? After all this fucking clusterfuck, dumpster fire, bullshit meeting, you 2 fucking bitches should be ashamed of yourself, right? For ass licking all the way from here to fucking Tokyo. I'm back. And you say, did you like it, Darth Dawkins? I can carry on if you want. That's how you behave. Man up. Okay? If you think you're Christian, do 10% of good. Not 100% Christian. 10%. And you will be halfway what we are right now. Right? The guy, Steve, in my opinion, and you fuckers could not bring somebody up to say, was Darth talking out of his ass? Was Steve talking out of his ass or not? No, you're compliant to your sugar daddy. Okay, so I'm calling you out. You, that Theo bullshitter as well. And Darth Dawkins, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a loser. He's a born again loser. So zero interest on him. Right? And I said it to you again. I'm not gonna block you in Clubhouse. But don't tempt me to follow you and give him bullshit accounts. Or if I see you defending him, I'm being dishonest to people that come to the Clubhouse to have a honest conversation. And you ass lick Darth Dawkins, I'm gonna come up to you as well. Peace out, scumbags.
Listen to me carefully. The reason why I have to be so assertive is because I have this teenage mentality. Listen carefully.